Carb backloading, I find, is one of the best tools for fat loss. Within this video, I'll explain the science behind carb backloading. Let's get into the show. Now, what we want to do to start off with is work out, first of all, our macros, particularly our carbs. And we're going to really focus on the carbs now, because carbs are just what carb backloading is mainly about. So setting your carbs up towards the mid to end of the day to help you maximize body recomp. Now, carbs I would set up to 3 grams per pound of body weight on your workout days. Rest days, you can set your carbs a bit lower, around 2 grams, maybe 1.5, depending on how lean you want to get. But let's say for body recomp purposes, you want to set up for a moderate fat loss approach with muscle gain on top of that. So you're probably going to set up for about 2 grams to 2.5 grams per pound of body weight on your carbs. Now, carb backloading is pretty much aiming to have majority of your carbs towards the mid to end of your day. There's a couple of strategies that I will take you through in this video. So the first strategy is carb backloading at a more aggressive approach, and that is towards the end of the day, you have your carbs only. You basically only eat your carbs at night. Now, this can be a great method for fat loss and muscle growth because you're still hitting your carbs for the day. But again, there's a big but here, but it can be a little bit more difficult, particularly if your carbs are up towards that 3 grams per pound of body weight. So having all your carbs at night can be somewhat tricky to do, but it can maximize fat loss. I've personally done it myself many times, and I got great results. As you can see from the photos that I'll show now, I got absolutely ripped by using carb backloading. So carb backloading is one of the best methods out there. Now, it is an aggressive strategy. The carbs only at night time. Throughout the day, you would basically only eat your protein and fats. Now, protein and fats you would set in line with your total goals for the day. So work out your calories for the day, work out your macros, then set your protein, carbs and fats, and then you're going to have highly rich protein meals and fat meals for the day. Now, there's a few things to look out for. You will definitely crave more carbs in the daytime, particularly if you're coming off the back of eating plenty of carbs. Maybe you've been bulking for a while and you've been having your carbs whenever you want them. If you're enjoying this type of video, please hit the subscribe button. I regularly put out videos every Monday on this type of topic. Subscribe so you don't miss a video. So you will definitely get more cravings throughout the day when you first start though. It does pass over time. It takes a couple of weeks, so bear in mind that you will definitely crave carbs in the daytime. But the trick is to replace your carbs that you normally eat with healthy fats and protein. So to keep you fueled throughout the day, your fats will need to be high. So you would set your fats on the slightly higher side at maybe 1 gram per pound of body weight. But all you're doing is replacing your carbs with fats. Now, what's the main benefit of this? You're probably thinking, well, I'm just still eating energy though, right? I'm still eating fats, but I'm just replacing my carbs with fats. Well, the main benefit of carb backloading is you'll become more insulin sensitive, which is really critical for fat loss. Because the more insulin sensitive you become by restricting your carbs and having carb restricted windows of eating, which is carb backloading, you will become more of a fat burning furnace when you have been working out, doing your cardio, even just throughout the day when your body needs those carbs. Because your body does need carbs throughout the day, by the way, when you're working out, but also when you're just at work. Your body will need plenty of carbs to fuel the activity, particularly brain activity. So replacing those carbs with fats can definitely stimulate fat loss. The body will start to push more fat burning because those carbs are not present. Because the body needs those carbs quickly, they're not there, so the body starts then breaking down fat. So as long as you are though within a calorie deficit, you will definitely maximize this method. So get your calories right, make sure that you're in a deficit, aim for about 20%, and you will definitely start to utilize body fat loss at a heightened rate than before if you're eating carbs throughout the day. Now, one of the other major benefits of having your carbs throughout the night is you will definitely feel like your blood sugar is more stable. Whereas if you have carbs throughout the day, blood sugar can increase and then drop. When it drops, you just get more cravings and you feel hungrier. Whereas if you have fats to replace that, you will not get a spike, because fats do not spike your blood sugar like carbs do. So the major benefit of having your fats instead of your carbs throughout the day is also blood sugar optimization. You'll feel more optimized and you won't get as many cravings. Not after a couple of weeks anyway. First few weeks you will, because your body's thinking, where are those carbs? Where did they go? So you'll start to feel like you're craving them. But after a couple of weeks, it will subside and you start to feel like you're not craving those carbs anymore. As your body gets used to running off less carbs and more fats, it starts breaking fat down, which is what it gets into the habit of doing. Now, coupled with enough protein, which you should be eating at least 1.5 to 2 grams of pound of body weight of protein, you will definitely feel satiated and you will be in a deficit. Now, the next less aggressive method is having your carbs more in the daytime, so for lunch and your afternoon snack and dinner. Or if you want to go slightly a bit more aggressive, you can have your carbs just towards the back end of the day. Afternoon snack, maybe meal 3 and then meal 4, so 2 meals. And then you have 2 meals of protein and fats. So that's a slightly more aggressive method. So you definitely can work in different strategic carb backloading strategies. So the most aggressive one, like I mentioned, is having just your carbs at night, but it definitely comes with pitfalls. And then the least aggressive method is having your carbs for lunch, meal 3 and meal 4. That's the least aggressive method. So you're just having less carbs for breakfast, and then the moderate aggressive method is having your carbs only for afternoon meal 3 and meal 4. Now, there is a couple of exceptions. On your workout days, you may prioritize a bit more carbs in the mornings before you work out. If you do work out in the mornings, you may have some carbs before you work out to give you the fuel. So your peri-workout nutrition strategy will still remain the same if you do have carbs before you work out. So you're probably thinking, well, on my workout days, I'm not eating any carbs, I'm going to feel pretty flat on energy. Yes, you possibly could. So I would recommend, if you do work out in the mornings, not so much maybe at night, but if you do work out in the mornings, you will need to have some carbs before you work out. Banana, some porridge oats, something like that. And also as well, if you are going for the most aggressive carb backloading method, then you would have possibly, and if you're training at night, then you'd have some carbs before you work out, and then you just have a little bit less for your dinner. So there you have the science behind carb backloading. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, if you've got any questions, feel free to leave a question in the comment section, and I wish you all the best of luck with your body recomp phase. Hope it all works out for you. Have a great day. Bye for now.